Okay, we're gonna go over what I got for Christmas here. This chocolate bar was given to me by the little girl. Her mother and her gave me the men's hygiene set last Christmas because I saved it from getting run over. Yeah, this in the that was well. It is what it is. A gift's a gift, you know. The thought counts, nothing else. This is Legends and Lies by Bill O'Reilly. This is from my sister, but it was on back order, so it came to my house by mail the week after Christmas. This is Ant-Man from my brother. I requested it. Very, very good movie. Avengers 2, also from my brother. I'm a huge Marvel fan, stockholder, everything. These slippers here are actually from my parents, believe it or not. I haven't even worn them yet, but they're just whatever. You know, they're for like the winter when it gets really cold out. Yeah, I know. I don't wear Grandpa Simpson slippers. Not that lame. Amazon card from parents. Dunkin' Donuts card from brother. iTunes card from parents. I buy the Game of Thrones on the iTunes thing. Keurig from my sister. This I got on Christmas Day. She always give me a little gift to unwrap on Christmas Day. And the main gift of the year is my friend, President Reagan. My parents, I ask my parents for this. Every couple of years I usually get something from President Reagan. I have the piece of the Berlin Wall. I have a small clock with his name on it. A couple of books on him. His diaries. Those are old targets in the corn that I saved. Every room in my house has something of President Reagan or something yellow, which was his favorite color. Okay. Now, I like to tell a Christmas story. I'm gonna spin the camera around a little bit to tell the story. Yeah, my editing software sucks, so you gotta hear me the old-fashioned way. Okay. My father had a minute stroke Christmas Day. No, not Christmas Day. Week before Christmas. My mother had a call for paramedics. The fire department came here first. They checked his eye. What happened was my father was talking to my mother. And the appropriate word was movie. And he said milkshake. So my mother immediately was suspicious. And then a minute later he mumbled something. So she said, okay, we're going to the hospital. And she said, you know what, let me get them to bring you to the hospital. Fire department always comes first. But while we're waiting for the fire department to come, I'm asking him to count to 10. I'm asking if he can see. I'm asking if he hears things, if he can hear good, if his head hurts, if his chest is hurting. I'm just trying to keep him conscious, keep him thinking, keep him talking. Fire department comes. He they asked him the questions, how your arms, how your legs, check the eyes. And he was talking about, he looked like the guy that pitches for the Mets, and my father was talking baseball. Paramedics come. The younger paramedic was the guy that I called my mother a year and a half earlier when she had an asthma attack. And the older paramedic said to my father, you seem okay, sir, but just to be on the safe side, we will take you to the hospital if you ask us to. Took him to the hospital. He was there for a weekend. They checked the heart, they checked the head, they checked everything. There was nothing wrong with him. It was a very, 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 very minute stroke, and he recovered completely. He's still old, but he recovered completely. And a friend of his we saw a week earlier, who lives in Queens, New York, had a stroke. Diabetes, dialysis, kidney problems, almost blind, can hardly talk. So thank God my father was okay. But there was another Christmas miracle at the S family this year. My baby cousin, she's 26. Now, this is my mother's side of the family. My mother and her mother are first cousins. Our grandmothers, God rest their souls, were sisters. And our great grandmother was the same woman. She ended up dying on her 11th birthday in 2000 when I was a senior in high school. I get the call. My mother gets the call. This cousin of mine was in the hospital. Kelly, her name is. Now, what happened was Kelly was not taking care of her liver. I didn't know this, but she was not taking care of her liver. Kelly's father was the guy I talked about who saved 3 people in Vietnam in the last video. I'll put a link below. Yeah, that was Kelly's father. Kelly's having problems. She goes to the hospital where she lives in Putnam County. Her liver is failing. And they tell her, mother, go tell your daughter she has 48 hours to live and start doing funeral arrangements. And they're doing funeral arrangements. Now, our grandmother's older sister, our great Aunt Jackie, who my mother is named after, God rest great Aunt Jackie's soul. Aunt Jackie had a bunch of sons and a stepdaughter. Aunt Jackie's son's ex-wife is a nurse at the hospital. So this is our great aunt's son's ex-wife's. This is our mother's first cousin's ex-wife. Okay? She is a nurse at the hospital. And she calls Montefiore Hospital in the Bronx, which is like literally down the road from me if you go into the Bronx. It's straight down from me, literally. And they call the doctor at his house, the guy that specializes in organ transplants. And they say, my ex-husband's cousin is up here. She's dying of liver cancer. And then she's dying of liver failure. Okay, I'll send the order to bring her to me. They got the ambulance. They brought her from Putnam County down to the Bronx. They put her on an organ transplant list. She was gonna die. Intensive care. She was fat, body full of water. I mean, she was gonna die. And they put her on the organ transplant list. And I get off from work the 23rd. Come home. I had a good day. I saved 4 people from being hit by cars. Nothing real major. Usual shit. And I'm sitting down. My mother comes in with her smartphone. And I was like, read this. What the fuck? Read this. They found a liver for my cousin. And the doctor immediately started prepping her for the surgery. And from the night of the 23rd into the morning of Christmas Eve, they put the liver in. She's still in the hospital. She's still got a long way to go for a couple weeks more of testing and a little bullshit. She's got to be taking medication forever. But my cousin was going to die. And we didn't always get along when we were kids. She was 7 years younger than me. We used to argue a lot. I used to pick on her. I would kill anybody else that picked on her, but I used to pick on her because I could do that. But this is my baby cousin. And she was dead. The hospital in Putnam County said just make the funeral arrangements, get the casket, throw in the fucking box and bury her. The cousin's ex-wife said no. Send her down to Montefiore, and they ended up putting her on a fucking transplant list. They gave her a fucking new liver. Now I don't have to bury my cousin now. Now her father saved 3 men in Vietnam. And I've saved at least 9 people from being killed, dozens more from being paralyzed, losing body parts. And when you save someone's life, you feel like God. And then when you find out that someone you love is sick and you can't help them, that's when you realize you're not God. But now I know how it feels. I've had so many people that they look at me and like, oh my God, you saved my kid's life, or you saved me from being paralyzed, and I know how those people feel now, because now another person saved my baby cousin's life. And now I know now I'm on the opposite side. Now I'm on the outside looking in. I'm looking at, oh my God, this guy. You're thinking to myself, well, Christmas Day, I gotta clean the dishes. I gotta kiss my fucking family members. I gotta spend all this money on toys. The fucking house is a mess. Okay? And you realize that my cousin was in the hospital and she was gonna die. And this doctor had to You know, when you're having your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day parties and shit like that, he just got finished saving someone's life. Okay, he wasn't home Christmas Eve morning. He was working at the hospital. And now my cousin isn't going to die now. She has a chance at life. And people say that I'm a brave man. People say that I'm a man of courage. People are amazed at how heroic I am. Let me tell you, man, I was panicking. I was never so scared in my life at all. I felt so helpless. And thank God for ex-cousin-in-laws. I went to see her New Year's Eve. Me and my parents went down to the hospital to see her, and she looks like shit. I mean, she's got the marks on her neck. She's got, she's fucking dopey from the medication and shit. But she's alive, and we gave her a little heart necklace. She can't wear necklaces because of things she has on her neck, but she had like scars from tubes put in her neck. Tubes are gone, but the scars are still there, so she can't. But the necklace is when she goes home. Little heart necklace made of Murano glass from Venice, Italy. And I walked into the Christmas season, and I try to keep it cool because I have to do my job and I have to talk to the audience, and I don't want to, I don't want you to know what I'm thinking all the time. But I walked into the Christmas season thinking I was with my cousin. In fact, my father's side, my cousin's daughter, Lena, named after my great-grandmother. I saw my cousin Lena the day after I found out my cousin Kelly was going to die of liver failure. And I'm holding one baby thinking to myself, my God, my other... And I walked into the season thinking my God, this is my cousin's last Christmas. She's going to die. I'm never going to get over this. Her father's going to fucking wig out. But the Christmas season ended pretty nice because my father recovered from his minute stroke. My baby cousin recovered from liver failure. And all is right with the world. Yeah. So that was the main thing. That was, the Christmas miracle, the Christmas gift. Yeah, I'm gonna start crying now. Yeah, I gotta get back to work in a couple hours. Okay, guys. Thank you. Sorry for the conditions. I have such a small filming space today. Thank you all. Bye.